G'day guys, welcome back to another week of building the Santisima Trinidad. This week we're going to be building the rear cabins that go on the back of the ship just before the officers' quarters. To start with, we've got part 83, 84L and 84R, so left and right obviously, and we're just going to be fitting them together into their slots with the writing towards the inside and the notch towards the top. So we're just going to be gluing those in place. I'll be using white glue just so I have time to set it in the correct position. If I do it with CA, I may not be able to get it at 90 degrees properly. So I'll just grab some white glue and we'll put those together. So I'll just give that a little while to dry and then we'll start adding to it. Next up we have two part 85s, which look like they're just used as joining frames really. One of the tabs just goes into the matching hole, top and bottom. This one I don't have to worry too much about it, so I'm just using CA glue this time. So that one goes in nice and straight, it's not loose or anything. And that's those done. Okay, next up we've got 86L and 86R that need to go on. I've already put the right hand side on there, and the two tabs or two slots on there will just go into the tabs of those joining pieces that we put on there a moment ago. So let's put the glue on there. Okay. Now we've got to put two more of these joining pieces on. As you can see, I've already done the other side over here. This will have, has a shorter side and then a longer side. The shorter side goes into the tabs on the piece that we've already put in. So I'll just glue that in place. Okay, those are all on now, so we just have one more piece to add across that front section there onto those joining pieces. Okay, next up we have 88L and 88R. I've already put the right hand side on, and we'll just glue this in place the same as we did with the other joining brackets, just with the tabs through the holes on this piece. Okay, that completes that framework for the cabins. As you can see, I'll just lift it up. We also have some doors that we're going to be framing on each side. But for that, we have to start planking all around this area. Next up, we've just got a plank, or not plank, but put these boards around the corner. They call them WS3, which is 2 by 2 millimeter wood, and then once we've put those on there, we've got to sand it back so it's level with the front wall there, because we will be planking over the whole lot except for where the doors are naturally. So I've cut these all to 25 millimeters, which is just a fraction longer than we need. That's so I can just sand it back level when we finish. Okay, as I've done on this side of the cabin area, I've planked it and then put these door frames around where they had the doors marked. They wanted us to paint that black as well as the door frame, but I've decided I'll leave the door black, but I've made the door frames, I used a walnut stain. I just thought if you have it black the same colour as the door, I didn't think it would look as good, so I changed that. We're going to be planking it with these 4mm by 1/2mm veneers. They say it's oak, but it looks awful light to be oak to me. So I've already cut up a number of them into 25mm strips, which is a little bit longer than we need, but I'm going to trim it down after it's all dried, once we've glued it on there. So I'm just going to be using white glue. Okay, as I go deeper in here, it's going to get harder and harder to actually get the camera getting shots of it. So I'll finish off the remainder of this, and I'll come back once we trim it, add the door frames, etc. So I'll be back shortly. Now I just have to trim off that little extra bit that we've got top and bottom. Next up, we just have to cut out these two notches that we've planked over. These are where the upper deck supports are going to come through. Okay, I've cut a 10mm piece of 1.5 by 2mm wood we've got, which I just dropped. And the first one just goes up against that notch we've got there. Another one for the other door. Now we just have the sides of the door frames. These are 20mm pieces of wood. Next I'm just going to paint the door frame with a walnut stain. Okay, I'll just leave this to dry for a while, and then we've got a little bit more work before it can go on the ship. Okay, next what we have to do is cut, I don't know if you can see, I've put a mark just here. We've got to cut through there and then cut this piece, or these pieces, off, because when that sits on the ship that's going to be up against a frame, so that needs to be gone, and then these boards should hold this whole thing together. So I'll just Okay, I'm just doing a test fit. We've got parts 15, 14 and this is 13. These two fit just fine into their slots and they go down correctly. This one we need to cut a slot for it because there isn't one at the moment, so we'll just have to work out where we need to cut through so we can get this support to sit in properly. And then these two end tabs will go up against those frames at the end. So I'll just work out where we've got to cut through. So I'll just cut those through and then we'll return to glue everything in place. Okay, we've cut those slots through, so now we're just going to start putting the deck supports on. Start with number 15. And next up we have number 14. As I said, they actually slot in really well. And then finally we have part 13. This one's being a bit stubborn this time around. Okay, I'm just going to have to move this camera so I can get a decent look as to why it's not fit. Okay, that was just a matter of sanding that little section just in here to fit that in. Now we've just got to glue these front pieces to the frame. And with that glued on there, that now completes that rear cabin area. Okay, as I said, that completes that cabin section on the back here. Next week we'll be going on with planking of the hull. So thanks for joining me and hope to see you next week. Cheers.